there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking some celebrity news and gossip. In a moment. Anything I say is alleged in my very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. So we have some things to get into, and it's interesting timing. We're always going to start off with the mess, and then we got some positive things to talk about. So first on the docket, first and foremost, is Jay-Z's luxury cannabis company goes up in smoke after struggling to sell $50 joints, you guys. Jay-Z's cannabis brand, Monogram, appears to be in trouble, with punters loath to pay $50 for one of its luxury joints, and the business losing $500 million since it was launched to great fanfare in 2020. The Empire State of Mind rapper, also known as Sean Carter, is celebrated as a savvy businessman, but his stylish weed company is floundering, like many others that have braved California's tough legal pot market. Monogram's website lists 9 retailers across California and Arizona that says it stock its wares, but none of them currently list any of Jay-Z's endorsed buds or joints on their online menus. Meanwhile, the conglomerate behind it, the parent company TPCO, has burned through most of its $575 million launch cash and merged into another firm, which also appears to be in financial trouble, according to SFGate. Experts on legal weed said it's been much tougher to break into California's tough market than many investors anticipated, and that Jay-Z's Monogram products are overpriced and underwhelming. The Golden State's legal weed sector has been stymied by complex rules, high taxes, competition from black market traders, wildfires, and sliding prices, pushing many cultivators into financial problems and insolvency. Monogram did not answer Daily Mail's request for comment. Seth Yakatian, a cannabis investor and advisor to many California weed firms, told SFGate he was not surprised about TPCO's troubles, as it has spent mind-boggling sums of money pushing products that get poor reviews. And then also, like many other things we have seen in cannabis surrounding rappers, the hype hasn't met the reality, Yakatan said. Monogram was supposed to be an ultra-premium product, and I don't know anyone who tried it and thought it was anything more than mid-tier. Monogram's launch was one of the biggest cannabis business news stories of the decade. TPCO was a merger of 3 existing cannabis corporations. It went public in 2020 in control of 20 separate retail brands, multiple grow houses, and a network of retail outlets across California. Jay-Z was named a C-suite executive, the chief visionary officer at TPCO. The 54-year-old billionaire rapper's Monogram brand was the company's luxury offering. It sells pre-rolled loosies and cannabis buds in stylish black packaging. Its OG hand rolls cost an eye-popping $50, much higher than the $5 that pot smokers are used to paying. The launch involved a photo shoot at the celebrated Frank Sinatra house in Palm Springs, with models elegantly puffing joints in front of mid-century pool furniture. This earned the upstart brand coverage in GQ, Vogue, and Vanity Fair. TPCO board member Michael Arbrock at the time bragged that they would dominate and consolidate the market because it had such deep pockets. It will be hard for any smaller player to compete with us, Arbrock said. From the outset, the newcomer had difficulty convincing consumers to spend over the odds on products that did not live up to the hype. A GQ review complained that Monogram joints failed to stay lit for more than a few seconds. In its initial listing, TPCO said it expected to make $334 million in its first year, sky-high earnings that failed to become a reality. TPCO in 2022 reporting a shocking $587 million net loss, apparently the result of buying overvalued brands, and its stock tumbled. The next year, a struggling TPCO merged with another California weed company, Gold Flora, but it only had a 49% minority stake in the newly formed corporation. Jay-Z appears to have split with TPCO at about that time. Stock market filings show that Monogram exited TPCO in December 2022, even though Gold Flora remains the exclusive seller of Monogram products within California. Gold Flora appears to have stopped selling Jay-Z's products and is having its own financial challenges.
The company did not answer the request for comment from these outlets, you guys. It has also posted some $56 million in losses this year alone, according to Green Market Report, and has more debts than assets. Coastal Sun, a Santa Cruz cannabis farm, earlier this month sued Gold Flora for some $20,000 over unpaid bills. Darren Story, Coastal Sun's chief financial officer, says Gold Flora appears to be in a debt-death spiral. Green Market Report says Gold Flora could be the next firm to join the conga line into receivership and bankruptcy. The struggles of Jay-Z's weed enterprise are stark contrasts to the success he enjoyed as CEO of Def Jam Records and in the founder of Roc Nation in the 2000s. Speaking of 2021, he said he was motivated into enter the weed market to get more Black people in the industry. People of color had been disproportionately punished for involvement in the drug where it is illegal, but compromise only a small number of these profiting from the multi-billion-dollar legal pot market, he complained. And then says it's really unbelievable how that can happen, he said. We were the ones most negatively affected by the war on drugs, and America has turned around and created a business from it, which is worth billions. So there's a lot that I've got to say, and I'll kind of keep it brief. So the timing of this is interesting. I don't know if you guys recall, right before the Grammys were announced, in which Beyonce led the nominations for Cowboy Carter. Right before that, like the day before, it was announced Jack Dorsey, who is, now a part of Tidal, a majority shareholder or whatever, said to allegedly privately to his CEOs, to his board members, not to mention anything about Jay-Z, that they were not allowed to discuss Jay-Z, no emails, any of this stuff, right? This was back earlier last month, right? And so this article originally came out before it even got to TMZ. It came out yesterday, actually, you guys. And as you know, today it was announced that Beyonce was the #1 pop star of the 21st century. I think these articles are being coordinated, and then there's going to be something overwhelmingly positive about Beyonce to quiet the noise that is associating with a lot of Jay-Z and all of these quote-unquote business ventures that either seem to be cutting ties or distancing themselves from Jay-Z. And this has all have been apparent because these aren't the first companies that have distanced themselves since the announcement of Diddy's arrest, you guys. So I am paying very much attention to this because it seems that Beyonce and Jay-Z have kind of followed some of these quote-unquote distraction tactics that they've seen Nicki Minaj do in the past when her brother was on trial and everything else to try to distract you from some real news and some real things that are happening real time. And it could explain why it was announced that Beyonce is going to be performing on Christmas as well, you guys. So a lot to think about there. So I'm going to continue to monitor what business information on Jay is going to come out next, that they're either going to say, oh, this was a loss, or we're cutting ties, or whatever. It's just interesting how initially Jay-Z's like gung-ho all in on these businesses, and then we get the business reports, we get the actual financials, we get that something's not aligning, and then next thing you know, either Jay-Z ends up selling his stock in the business, or Jay-Z parts away from the business, or Jay-Z, in the business, they just try to quiet all the noise and all the things that he's a minority owner or a minority partner or a board member, but no longer has control. Like, it's always something, right? So we'll continue to monitor that. Next, you guys, Kendrick Lamar has announced a stadium tour, you guys. And the stadium tour is going to be with SZA, you guys. But that is not what people are talking about, right? I believe tickets are going to go on sale on December 6th, which I believe is this Friday. So nonetheless, all of the tour dates, I believe it starts in April of next year, and it's going to go through the summer of next year. But that is not what the people are talking about. They are talking about one particular tour date, right? And that tour date is allegedly around Father's Day weekend in Toronto. in June of 2025 next year, you guys. And I don't know about y'all, but do you think that's diabolical? Do you think that that is messy? But here's my thing, right? There's Kendrick fans all over the globe, right? You can't ban Kendrick Lamar from performing in Toronto, Canada. You can't ban him just because that's where Drake's from. Like, the song is successful everywhere. It wasn't paid by bots. It wasn't payola. It wasn't, a scheme set up by Todd. It's legit. It is legit numbers. It is legitimately successful. So it's going to be interesting to see, because I know the fans are going to buy tickets. I would be shocked if there was no ticket sales or Drake or somebody tries to prevent Kendrick Lamar from performing there. That would be just ultimate levels of petty. But I feel like Kendrick Lamar is the it rapper right now. And I feel like Toronto may actually be one of the first tour dates that might actually sell out. And I think the thing is, too, some people who may not even be from or live in Canada currently might be petty enough to just buy tickets to go to that particular show. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this unfolds, because Ticketmaster and everybody else is going to be on top of this on how quickly these tickets sell out and what cities sell out the quickest. So we will be definitely doing a follow-up video on that when the time comes, because I have a feeling this is about to get even more messy and more diabolical, but I can't wait. So finally, I wanted to get into some positivity, some holiday cheer. It was announced today. It was released on social media. Walmart, you guys, has a Christmas commercial, has a holiday commercial, and a Love Jones reunion featuring Nia Long and Lorenz Tate. And it is a cute little commercial of them opening a gift, opening a present, and you hear Hopeless playing in the background. You see Nia Long and, Tate Diggs giving each other a hug. Tate Diggs gives Nia Long a kiss on the cheek, and they open up this record player and they're playing some music, and then it looks like in the background, potentially, maybe they're alluding to potentially a daughter that is taking a picture. And remember how big photography and everything else, was in the original movie. So I thought it was the cutest thing, you guys. I cannot wait for this commercial to be on our TV screens. I saw it first, you guys, on social media, and I couldn't believe it. But I'm so happy. I'm also happy for Tay Diggs and Nia Long. Get the bag. And I'm also happy that Love Jones is getting some recognition on a larger scale, you guys. That is beautiful for them, and so on and so forth. So that was all that I had in this video. Please let me know, what do you guys think of these articles that are coming out about Jay-Z and these businesses, whether it's cutting ties or they're not allowed to discuss Jay-Z, and then the following day is some announcement of sorts about Beyonce to try to overshadow these stories that are coming out about Jay-Z and these businesses and these business ventures that are basically not going well. And then let me know what you think about Kendrick Lamar not announcing the tour, but announcing the tour date that is going to be in Toronto around Father's Day weekend, and whether or not you are going to be petty enough to go to that show. And then finally, what do you think of Nia Long and Tay Diggs' holiday commercial reuniting for Love Jones and all the nostalgia and everything else associated with that? So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.